AutoCAD, so we want to make the table in there, right? Why did we use Excel then? Why did we just didn't create a table on AutoCAD on first place?
Sorting.
To sort it, to make sure that it's the largest to the smallest by size and largest to the smallest by length. Okay? That's why we use Excel. Now, I also don't know if there is a way to copy the entire table and paste it on Excel on AutoCAD. That would be great. I don't know about that. So we actually have to retype everything that we did on Excel. Okay? But pretty much how we create a table is like this. There's a step-by-step instruction here, but I'm gonna do a demonstration too quickly. So pretty much we're gonna type table here in AutoCAD, and this is gonna appear, and I'm gonna change the style. I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna change a new. I'm gonna create a new style over here. Okay. In my case, I already have the beam schedule, so I'm gonna say beam schedule 2 because I already have one. But you guys just write beam schedule, and I'm gonna start with standard. Okay. I'm gonna say continue. What are the things that I want to change here? I want my title to be 100 title text. So look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go title, and I'm gonna change the text size to 100 title text. Where is it? 100. I don't see it.
Down.
There you go. Thanks, guys. So 100 title text. My header, which is size, length, and quantity, I want it to be 100 drawing text height. So 100 drawing text height. This one over here. Okay, my header. And then my data, I want it to be drawing text. Okay, so in here, I'm gonna change to 100 drawing text. So it means title bigger, header smaller, and data smaller. So what is gonna be the size when I plot for the title? What is title text size when I print it? 3.5 for the header, 2.5, and for the data? 2. Exactly. In general over here, I also gonna say the alignment of my data, I want it to be, I think it says middle center. And then it asks me to, once I say okay here, it asks me to close this. And then I'm gonna select this one over here, and then I wanna say I want 3 columns, because I need size, length, and quantity only, so I need 3 columns. I need 15 data rows, so that tells you something about how many lines you need to have there. And then the column width I want to make 2,200, and the row height I want to make 1 line. Okay, title, header, and everything. And I'm going to say okay, and click it here. So I have my table. So now I just double click in this, and I can do my screen here, and I can say this is the roof, beam, tree, cut, schedule, and then I can copy and paste these numbers over here. As I'm aware of, there's no way that I can copy all of it at once. I need to do one by one, okay? If you find a way to copy everything at once, please share with us, because I want to learn it too. Sounds good? Do you see here that this number doesn't get in the center? It should have, but if it doesn't, you can always select this table over here. And if I go here, I can say alignment, and I want a middle center, so it will go back to middle center. So don't worry about this at the beginning, just type everything. If it doesn't look good, you can always come to your table, select what you need, and then realign it by the alignment that you want. Make sense? And you want it to be middle center. Sounds good? So again, 5 more minutes to do this. While you finish this, there's another thing that I want to teach you, and then we start doing this one over here, guys. This one is a little bit complicated, but we're going to get done today. In here, there is a few things that are wrong on the board. So for joists and beams, they are structural components, horizontal structural components. So columns are the ones that go vertical, and joists and beams, they're horizontal. This on the roof over here, it's a joist. And at the end, it's putting the load on a beam, okay? Now, here on your drawing, how can you differentiate a joist and a beam? This is a joist, because it doesn't start with a W, and this is a beam because it starts with a W. Is that clear? So this is a beam, this is a joist. Both of them go in this layer, S-beam steel plan, S-beam steel plan. We don't have different layers for joists and beams, we usually put them on the same layer. However, when we print it, we want to differentiate them, and the way we do that, it's based on line weight. Check on the instructions over here. If I go a little bit backwards here, I will see that my beams, do you see that my beams are a little bit thicker than my joists? Can you see it? We usually use 0.3 line weight for joists and 0.7 line weight for beams, okay? Columns has its own layer, so you don't have to worry about this. The problem is, my idea was I go to the layer properties and I change the property, the line weight of the layer to the thickness that I want. But in this case over here, I have two different objects in the same layer that has two different line weights. What is the solution for this? How can I overcome this?
I'll be the layer.
I want them to stay in the same layer. That would work if you create another layer as joist steel plan, but it would be totally outside of what industry does. They usually put on the same layer. So how can I leave them on the same layer and apply different line weights to them? Cat one. Properties. Check this out, guys. If I go here, my one I think it's right already, but let me see. Properties. Yeah, it's already right. Look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say lay ISO. You guys know how to do this. Settings off. I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna say everything here should be by layer. So, and that's probably how you guys are right now. So if I come here and I turn on line weight, you guys remember this from CAD 1? I can click here and I say show line weight. All of these are this line weight over here, okay? Because probably the layer has a line weight applied into it, which in this case is S beam. Yeah, I'm applying steel plan. I'm applying 50 to the layer itself. I can change this to, I think you guys have default. It doesn't really matter what you guys have in there. What you need to do is, let's say this is a beam, this is a beam, this is a beam, and this is a beam. This line weight over here should be 0.7. So even though this is on the same layer as this, it only applies the difference in line weight for this one over here. Now, do you think you have more joists or more beams? More joists. So instead of selecting all the joists and changing to 0.3, my suggestion is on the layer properties for S beam steel plan, leave it 0.3 because it will apply to all the joists that you have, and then you just have to go on each beam, select them and change it to 0.7. Does that make sense? It'll be faster. If you have to select all of them, it's going to be a little bit messy. How do you see the line weight in first place? Because you probably are seeing like this. You have to go here on this instruction over here, turn on your line weight and say display line weight for this, show line weight, okay? And it will show. I don't actually like to draw with this on, I usually leave it off. But if I want to check if I did everything right, I turn it on here, I look how it looks like, and I turn it off. Even though it's off here, when I print it, it's going to be following the properties of the line, and the line is going to be bigger. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah? So that's another thing that we need to do. Cool? Okay, I will give you guys 15 more minutes so you finish the table at least, and then we go do the north elevation here. Okay? Which is the...
Yeah, I'll do the table again.
Huh?